favorites, welcome back to another video. As you can see by the title, this is things that I wish I knew before college. So before we get started, I'm going to give you guys a little background on my high school and all that stuff before going to college. I went to two high schools. My first high school I started from 7th grade to 9th grade, so it was a middle school and a high school wrapped up in one. So when I finally got to 9th grade, I was at Work Communications Charter High School in Center City, Philadelphia as well. It was like more on like South Street, Broad and South, if you guys know what that is. And Philadelphia Electrical and Technology Charter High School, that was on 15th and Chestnut. PET was a okay high school. I didn't go to the best high school in Philadelphia. I just went to the one that I thought was best for me. So the academics was okay, the sporting was okay, like everything was okay. So PET didn't really give me the basics that I needed for college, even though I still got accepted into college. I went to Penn State, got my 4-year degree, okay? Still happened, but I feel like I would have done better if I would have had a better foundation from high school. The first thing that I wish I knew before college is I wish I had some idea of a specific major rather than going in blind. If you meet some high schoolers, some people are destined to know what they want to do and why they want to do it while they're still in high school. For me personally, I didn't know what I wanted to do when I was leaving high school. I know that I wanted a higher education and I knew that I wanted to go to college, and that was it. There wasn't a specific major in mind for me. I was treading along the lines of wanting to go into mortuary sciences. I wanted to be a forensic scientist. I even said I wanted to be a doctor. Yeah, like that's the dreams of everything. But when you get to college and you start taking those classes and you realize that you don't have the foundation built, and you realize that maybe it's too hard and that you can't do it, things change, right? I wanted to be those things, and then I didn't figure out what I wanted to do until I got to my senior year of high school, sort of, and then my sophomore year of college, which then I changed my major again. So I feel like most freshmen of college, they go in undeclared and undecided at a university. So now that you are undeclared and undecided, you take the prerequisite courses. These prerequisite courses are general courses like English, math, science, all that stuff, all the introductory courses. And then when you get into your sophomore year on up, then you start to take more specific classes to a major that you decide on. Now for me, that didn't happen till sophomore year. I went into college undecided for my freshman year, first semester. The second semester, which is the end of the freshman year before I become a sophomore, I decided I wanted to do biology. Me, not knowing the whole background of biology, I'm terrible in math, guys, so don't ask me about no numbers. Don't ask me to add numbers and letters with math and algebra. My mind goes off. I don't know what's going on when it comes to math, right? So as a freshman, you got that mixed with not having the foundation of your high school, not teaching you the stuff that you're supposed to know and just passing you along, because honestly, that's what my high school did, and I'm not ashamed of it. I still worked hard. I still did all I had to do. I still was in honor society in high school, but I feel like if they would have given me a better background, then I would have done better in math, and maybe my major would have stayed in biology. You never know. But since it didn't, my sophomore year, I changed my major to kinesiology. Now, my sophomore year, this is when I definitely realized what I wanted to do with my life was to be a labor and delivery nurse. Based on my story and the way I went about getting my 4-year degree and putting that towards something that I want post-graduation, it's a bit more complicated than someone who knows what they want to do. That's one thing that I wish I knew before I went to college, which was knowing my major and what I wanted to do. It would have made life a lot more easier for me. Number 2 on the list for things I wish I knew was responsibility. So for me, I'm a really responsible person, okay? I think I'm more mature for my age. I have been this way since I was about 14, 15 years old. Like, I have been handling things on my own. So in that sense, I feel like there's a different type of responsibility that you have to have when you are on your own for the first time. And I say for the first time because I'm not sure what you guys' stories are, but for me, I lived at home. I didn't have to pay any bills. I wasn't responsible for any food or anything like that, unless it's like I wanted Popeyes or something like that. Like, I wasn't responsible for anything. While you're in college, you're responsible for all that stuff, especially if you want to cook or something like that. You have to go to the grocery store and get that. It's not going to be in the refrigerator waiting for you when you get home, okay? So it's a different type of responsibility that you need to have when you're away at school. College expenses. Let's just say you don't have the help that everyone else has. You don't have the help that from parents and fiancés and whatever else. Like, what if you don't have that help? You have to then get a job. You have to then pay for your books. You have to then pay outstanding tuition bills. You have to pay for every single thing, you know, that you need to live as a regular human being. Now, within that responsibility realm, I feel like you have to do your research, right? You're responsible for where you go. You're responsible for where you choose in most cases. Sometimes you have those parents where they'll choose for you and they tell you, no, you are staying here in this city or wherever we live to go to college, right? So something that I wish I've done, I wish I would have done more research on the university that I've chose. And if you guys haven't seen my last video, it is on the college review of Penn State Berks, and this goes into research. Some things I did not agree with Penn State Berks, and I go into depth in that video. Do your research, okay? Find other options. Make sure you are exhausting all options before you jump into go to a university because it's all flashy. And all that stuff that they do that first week of school when you go visit and stuff, that's not going to be there all year. Don't let the glitz and glam of universities make you go. The next thing is what does it say? Hold on. The next thing is being a lot more focused. Everybody grows up. Everyone knows that what you're supposed to be doing, you're supposed to be doing, and what you're not supposed to be doing, you're not supposed to be doing, sis. You know you're supposed to be studying for that test, right? You know it's tomorrow. You wait until 5 o'clock in the afternoon and go study for that test. These college professors, these advisors, and these people around you in college do not care. They're not gonna care. That's your grades. That's the difference between high school. I feel like high school hand walks you a little bit and baby steps you. Like they drag you along to get you through high school, blah blah blah. College not doing that, sis. Don't do it to yourself. They don't care, okay? I'm telling you now, they don't care. My freshman year was cool. Like, I feel like they somewhat baby stepped you and then they somewhat didn't. They transitioned you from high school to college. But when that second year hit, honey, let me tell you something. They don't give a crap if you turn in your papers. They don't care if you don't do your homework. They don't care if you turn in a project that's 30% of your grade. Guess what? You're going to be the one flunking the class. You're going to be the one kicked out of school because you have a low GPA for not doing your homework. It is what it is. You have to be responsible enough to do what you have to do, okay? And being focused and having a goal set for each assignment, for each project, for each paper, you have to have a goal set, because if you don't, you're going to get lost. You'll be sitting in the bed relaxing, just chilling, like, oh my god, I got this paper to do, I got this to do, okay, let me knock out one, and then that's it. And then the next thing you know, it's 8 o'clock at night. You sitting here watching Love and Hip Hop on TV when you're supposed to be doing your paper. Some people breeze through college. That's perfectly fine. But on the other hand, for the people who are procrastinators, you have to focus, okay? You have to have a goal and get your stuff done. I was the biggest procrastinator ever in school. Like, I took 5-hour energies just to get my stuff done, because if I didn't feel like doing something, I wasn't going to force myself to do it. And that's a very bad mentality to have in college, because next thing you know, I was over there crying because I got a C on a test that I thought I studied hard for, but in reality, I wasn't studying as hard as I could, as the best person that I could be in college. And that goes to show you that if you have a goal set, if you are focused, if you are determined, you will get through college. I had so many struggles with procrastination. I will lay in bed and watch YouTube for 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 hours. Okay? I would watch YouTube non-stop. Like, it was ridiculous. I became obsessed. Okay, I would watch it non-stop, so I wasn't focused at all, and my grades showed that, honestly. So yeah, you have to be focused, you have to have a goal, so make sure you have those things. I know it's hard, I know procrastination will swallow you whole, but if you can overcome it, please do. Don't make that mistake that I made. Don't be a procrastinator. You need to do what you gotta do, and then after you do what you gotta do, you can go party, you can go watch TV, you can do whatever you want after you get the stuff that you're supposed to do get done. All right, so the last thing that I wish I knew before college was just paying attention in high school. This goes back to my first point when I was talking about the foundation that you build in high school. I know high school, you're still a kid. You may feel like you don't have any responsibilities or anything like that, but you need to pay attention in high school. Now, it's a difference where you pay attention in high school and your high school helps you out. But for the people who high school passes them along and they don't give you the foundation, and the teachers are giving you the answers because they don't want to deal with you and they just there for the check, you have to be strong and push through. Go online, teach yourself, okay? Teach yourself how to do these things that you're learning in class or not learning in class, but pay attention in high school because it's going to make life so much easier. As I said, my biggest struggle in high school was math. Math was the worst thing ever. I hated math so much to the point where I would just do anything, just get the grade just to get out, because I hate math. And nobody took the time in high school to pull me aside and say, hey, none of my teachers pulled me aside and said, hey, you need to learn this math, like you're gonna need this, or it's very important for college. Like, I did not know that, so I just thought math would just disappear. So when I got to college, whew, I had a rude awakening, okay? And when I say rude awakening, I mean rude awakening. I had to take a couple maths twice, okay? I don't like math, but I forced myself to do it. I forced myself to learn. I went to study hours, which I still was pretty like procrastinating on, like going to study hall and stuff like that, but I did it and I still got my degree. But you have to push through those things. You can't like just be like, oh, you know, I'm not going to do this because I don't know how. You have to force yourself to learn these things because you're going to need math. All right, you're going to need it. And I hope in the future for the younger generations that may be watching me that your high school isn't doing that anymore, because we end up out here struggling trying to figure out, well, why didn't I learn that in high school? Because the number one phrase, oh my god, it irritated me so much because I felt like it's not my fault. The number one phrase that these damn college professors say to you when they're introducing a new topic in class is, oh, you guys should have learned this in high school, or oh, this was taught in 6th grade, you guys should know. That is so aggravating, because I'm sorry that everybody is not afforded the opportunity to go to a private university or a private high school or private middle school to learn these things that we were supposed to know. I'm sorry, but I didn't learn that. So now I say that to say that you guys should learn as much as you can in high school and be focused in high school for college. You have to be prepared. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit more serious, but that's what this world is coming to. They're requiring more and more people to have college degrees and to go back for more, even a master's degree or a doctor's degree. You never know where this world is going to go. So make sure you guys pay attention and learn. Please, please, please don't make the same mistakes that I have made. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you turn on your post notification bell when I upload a new video. Don't forget, videos go up every Tuesday and Saturday for me. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.